Hey everybody, welcome back to Movie Review Time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Toy Story 4. So, this is going to be our no spoiler review. You don't have to worry about spoilers. If we accidentally spoil something, we will cut it out. This is just going to be a couple minutes of us giving our overall opinions and feelings of this wonderful movie. And, we will put out a spoiler video probably tomorrow, so if you want to see that, come on, check that out. And again, other thing is we don't consider ourselves reviewers. We just like watching movies and talking about movies, whether we like them, hate them, whatever. And that's what we're going to do here. And I tell you what, this Toy Story 4, they had such a perfect trilogy. I mean, it was the perfect 3 movies. And then they go and make this thing, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It's great.
I think technically a trilogy can be more than 3.
No, trilogy means 3. This would be a quadrilogy at this point. And I'm not really going to spoil it, but they do, even though they wrapped up a perfect ending at the end of 3, they kind of give you another perfect ending here. They could stop here. There could be more. I wouldn't be opposed because I really love those new characters, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But also, just to recap, I've, of course, seen them all before, but we rewatched all 3 of the originals this week. She actually has one up on me, technically.
I saw the Christmas special.
Yeah. But you hadn't seen like 2 or 3, really. Or at least you didn't remember them? Or
I know I definitely hadn't seen 3. I couldn't remember if I'd seen 2.
Right.
What was 2 again?
The Toy Store. With Newman painting him up, introducing Jesse and the Prospector and all that.
Yeah. I think I did miss that one the first time around. Apparently, even if I had seen it, I couldn't remember it for crap.
Yeah. But what did you think? Toy Story 4.
It was fun.
Fun. Says the lady who also had tears in her eyes.
Are we allowed to curse in this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pixar are fucking manipulators, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, obviously, I'm not one to pick on her for it, because obviously I had more tears going. But yeah, no, they get you. They get you. But the comedy in this is great. I mean, this might be maybe it's just because it's more modern, because I mean, it's been like 9 years since the last one. But like this, we're laughing out loud through almost this entire movie.
Yeah, but there's also a little bit of a horror element to it in places.
It did have more of that.
Did they tap Jordan Peele for something?
I know, right? Oh my God, but the Key and Peele stuff, their characters are great. And it does feel a little bit like Key and Peele, but it feels like their characters too. And they just have a bunch of great jokes that you've not seen in the trailers. And there's like some mid-credit stuff that's hilarious. Yeah, by the way, stay all the way through all the credit stuff.
Yeah, there's something at the very, very end.
Yeah, and I will say this, it's not a spoiler, but it's not really a post-credit scene per se, but they do something really awesome. It's kind of half a scene.
It's a payoff.
Yeah, it's a payoff. Actually, it's a couple of payoffs, so highly recommend staying all the way through the end. And pace is great. It's an hour and 40 minutes, but it just flies from start to finish. As usual with Pixar, the CG has greatly improved again. When we were talking about, there's a few scenes with a cat. And my God, that cat looks so real. Like, as soon as it popped on the screen, I literally was like, wow, like the fur and the detail.
Which is a little weird because it's more real than humans.
Yeah. Maybe that's a negative, I don't know.
I'm just glad they've gotten the humans to the point where, like, in the first Toy Story, because I was reminded of this because I just rewatched it.
Yeah, we just binged them all.
All the toys looked so real, and the humans looked so fake.
Yeah, the humans did look more like toys.
It's just like, those are just all wrong. All of them wrong.
And I think they do a really good job with the story. I mean, it totally continues from where 3 is, with Bonnie and all that. They even have a really great beginning. And like there's a scene with some characters under a car in the rain, which I think there's a clip of that out there, but just the way that was even composed and like filmed, I thought that was just gorgeous. Where they're kind of covered in the darkness and the light, and just the way everything played together, and you get a bit of history that we hadn't seen. We knew something happened, but we didn't know how things happened. So that was really, really neat, I thought. And again, I mean, all the characters, all our regular returning people are fantastic, but the new characters are great too. Like, I would like to see more with a lot of those new characters. And even kind of the bad guy plot of this was really fascinating, I thought. It went some interesting places. Without getting specific. I almost got specific, so I was like, uh-oh.
I'm sure you're going like there.
All right, sorry about that. we kind of said something that was borderline spoilery, so I thought let's just play it safe and cut it out. So
he's a lot more strict about spoilers.
Well, you don't want to know. I wouldn't want to know. Do you want to know? You don't want to know. I'm a filmmaker. I would want people to experience my film without any foreknowledge other than what we've shown them in the promotional materials. And, that's how I'd want it done. So I'm going to respect that. That's most likely. Sure, some of them probably. Anyways, we don't need to go on a tangent about spoilers. But that being said, so I did like all that stuff, all the stuff in the shop. There's some creepy stuff. There's some funny stuff, really funny stuff. And again, even the CG, like just down to like all the dust when they're crawling around behind some like old shelves and stuff like that, cobwebs, things like that, looks so fantastic in this. So. Yeah. I really, really appreciated that. And yeah, it's totally got that Pixar magic. Characters, performances.
3D's really good in this one.
Yeah, and the 3D was really good too. Yeah, so definitely see it in 3D if you're a fan of 3D, which was nice too because we actually, I don't know if part 3 was put out in 3D. I don't know if they were doing 3D as big a deal in 2010, but I know the first 2 weren't originally, but we have the Blu-ray set where they did the 3D Blu-ray, so it was kind of neat getting to see all the originals in 3D. But I think you're right, it's really spectacular in here. They do some great stuff with it. Bo Peep is fantastic in this. I love the story they've given her and the evolution and the character she's become. I think is really great. And there's some clever playing with the universe stuff about how they get around and all that. We get more of Bonnie's family kind of stuff, and even some of that is great, So, and again, there's some heartbreaking tug at your heartstrings kind of stuff as Pixar does. All up in this, so.
Yeah.
Are you just afraid to talk because you're afraid you'll spoil something?
You know me.
I know you're down with OPP, but that's not the question.
What is OPP? Can we talk about it here?
I'm not sure. That may go too far in a kids movie review, even though I already let you curse. I don't care. We can say whatever we want to say, but because again, we're not really trying to sell it to kids. But I figure it's a kids movie. I feel like
That's why I asked earlier.
Which, by the way, it was interesting too because there was a lot more kids than I would have expected at a very, very first screening. I guess maybe because it's summer and they're out of school.
6 p.m. They're out of school. Yeah. It's just like, we can take them before it's bedtime.
But for the most part, they were pretty cool. Although the guy sitting next to you, I'm of two minds because sometimes he would actually kind of whisper to his kid, shh, you need to be quiet. But a lot of times his kid would start talking and he would just kind of talk back to him, like, yeah, that's right, you're right. I'm like, don't encourage, what are you doing? Don't encourage conversation in a movie theater during the movie. Anyways, I haven't complained about theater going in a while. But other than that, it was pretty good. So, again, even that was minor nitpick. I know going in, lots of kids, lots of kid noise. So there's actually good romance in this too. It's not like super overt. You're not going to be having your kid be like, blah, but there's some really fun stuff in here. And I really like where they took it. And I would be down for Toy Story 5.
If they have a good story.
Yeah, well, yeah, but have they had a bad story so far?
Yeah, but this is also the same company that made Cars.
Oh, that's right, we can't. That's true.
And Planes.
What? Planes is...
Planes is Pixar.
It has the Pixar banner on it. I'm not sure it's the same people. And I like the first Cars. Second Cars, not so much. I still need to see the third Cars. But in the Toy Stories.
Cars hurts my head if I think about it too much.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's wrap it up, too, because we're going to lose some light. And I definitely would like to finish... There's not even anybody parked beside us. That's why that was awkward. I'd like to finish these reviews without having to set up a bunch of lights. So,
okay.
All right. So stay out of the comments if you don't want spoilers, because some people will talk spoilers in there accidentally or anything, or even for jerky reasons. But you can let us know if you want to, if you're gonna go see it, or how you feel about it. Click the thumbs up button, give us the good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. And check out the Stardust app, look up TheEricButts, use the link in the description below for the movie reactions, reviews faster than we can get them out. And we're gonna get out of here so we can go talk some spoilers, and we'll see you all later.